of course, athlete have their own podcast.
Facts.
But it's over, if you ask me, because now the athlete can get to their fan base when they want and pitch what they want. So it doesn't matter what ESPN says, right? Kevin Durant can say, this is what I think about this situation. Or, right, Josh Allen can say what he wants about this situation. So the athlete can say whatever they want because of their own podcast, their own show, and because of their social media. I think that whole ESPN and ABC, all that stuff.
Let me give you this, and I'm going to give it to you next. Djokovic just finished a tennis match. Yeah. And at the end of the tennis match, he didn't speak to the media on court like normal, like tradition. And everybody was like, what the hell? And boo, and you know, all of a sudden you negative, slander. You know, he went right to the tunnel and did just an IG Live. I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you why. The guy had talked about me and my country and Serbia and all this stuff. He hadn't apologized. I told him to. The network hadn't apologized. I'm not doing it. I love you guys. Peace out. That's a whole different animal than before. And the fear is, wow, that's going to be the new media because these athletes can do it themselves. Without the third party, without the slant, let me put what I feel about that on top of what really happened. And I can't lie, dog. I got handcuffed for many years because I wouldn't put what they wanted to hear on top of that. I would put, no, I think that's what happened. Doesn't mean my takes were great. It just means that I wasn't going to ever add that layer of fluff that I knew would make y'all happy, but wasn't going to be authentic.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You don't want to make an enemy of me.
Right. If you're doing that for years and years and years.
What? Yes, I do.
At a time before somebody's gonna be like, I don't want to deal with y'all no more. I'm gonna just put this message out myself, because then I can. We don't need you. I'm not worried about that.
Look at this transition. Speaking of, I could do this myself. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. It hurts my heart too. I don't even want to go through this. They are not on speaking terms. Scottie Pippen has been on. Look at his face. Been on the circuit saying, we had a conversation during the pandemic and it's over. We understand, it's settled, we understand, it's resolved, but that's it. Which is crazy because there's a lot of ways we're gonna play this. One, dog, who grew up watching Jordan and Pippen was like, dog, can you get anything better than milk and cereal? Like peanut butter and jelly. Like that was like taco meat and cheese. That was it. And now you see what it really is or what it really was. It's crazy. So they're not on speaking terms. Scottie Pippen says we won't be on speaking terms. Just want to hear your response and thoughts on maybe the greatest duo ever, not even talking anymore. What y'all got?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like, well, even before that, like just talk about like pro athletes being in the locker room. Marcellus and I can sit beside each other every day in the locker room, but if one of us is traded or cut, we may not speak to each other again.
Professional.
Like that's just what it is. Like the relationships really in the pro level a lot of times are acquaintances. We're acquaintances. We're not friends. Whereas our relationships in high school and college are deeper. The bonds are that. It's more transactional than transformational when it comes to being at that level. So I'm not surprised with MJ and Pip not falling out. Now, when you think about all the other personal stuff and all that, that's one thing. But when you really think about it, think about the dudes who are your dudes that you play with. How many of them dudes you still?
No. That is all great as look, this book says Bua. That's the great cover. But if you open up to page 1, that's Jordan and Pippen. They're not just teammates. We had to do it. We carried a lot of this. So it's rare. Even, no, let me finish this. It's not just we carried it. We're not on speaking terms. There's no one in the league that I ever played with that I would ever publicly say, we're not on speaking terms. I see you. What's up?
I get what you're saying, but like,
what's up,
bro? Pippen and Horace
and
Grant.
I've gotten dealt all my teammates.
Pippen and Horace Grant went on tour. They went on tour talking about MJ right at the end of Last Dance. Like they went on tour.
So Jordan already had the tour called The Last Dance.
Do you believe what Pippen said Now, tell me if you believe it. Pippen said that him and Jordan never have went out to dinner. Never.
Yeah.
During
I
career,
can say that.
after career.
Yeah,
So
I
you
can-
believe that?
When I was at my peak and the best players on the team, LT, I never went to dinner with, but he my homie now, and we was homie then. But it was like Drew Brees Jr. We did. Like there's a select group of like you can say. I mean, come on, like we got lives. Like either I'm single, you married, or we both married. But we
they
don't
was
want-
both doing their thing in Chicago for so many years.
Never dinner. Yeah, that's
Never
why. That's
dinner?
why.
Complicated.
That's
It's
wild.
a very simple situation.
Uh-oh.
And Bucky gave this amazing professional TV answer. At the end of the day, the man's son smashed his wife.
But they had to be.
That's
but
it.
they-
What was the
There's
beginning
no
of the
coming
day?
back from that.
No, that's
There ain't no
true.
coming back from
I
that.
can't think that's what it's all
Why you
about.
gotta say at the beginning?
I
There's a
think
whole
they-
bunch of
no,
going
I'm saying
on.
they-
What am I
I feel like-
supposed to tell my son if you're putting the milk out for the cat to sip on?
Right.
That has nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with Jordan.
What am I supposed to tell
Pippen's
him?
taking that.
I'm supposed to tell him don't drink the milk?
Pippen's taking that.
You
I
said the
understand what
milk
you
out on
said
the
from
porch.
Jordan,
Get that
but
milk,
Pippen's
boy.
taking that angle.
Sit the milk out on the porch. What am I supposed to do?
Pippen's taking that angle though. Pippen's taking that angle. I'm with you. I'm with you. Pippen's taking that angle though. I'm with you. Pippen's taking that angle. I'm looking at it from the outside.
That is the most
Shit, you
gangster-
right. You definitely right.
That's, you know what? There's only one line more gangster in TV history. You want some eggs? Remember that?
That's terrible.
Take it in your mama house. Want some eggs?
Boy, what's the bags? Oh, no.
Bucky, he put the milk out in what?
The cat. You think the cat's not going?
I mean, I know.
What am I supposed? What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to tell my son.
Yes, yes. I've had a teammate marry my ex.
Yes.
And I had another one
Yeah.
date another one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
that happens, but we're
But when
peers.
you're
But
my kid.
hold on. You know what porch you putting the milk on is the problem.
hold
It
on.
ain't the milk, it's the porch.
But when-
Don't put the milk on my
my
porch.
porch.
But when
Hey,
you-
I'm still affected. It's
But
just
when
a shit. If y'all don't know the story, y'all gotta know the story. But the point is, you can't put it on my porch, and say, "Oh, is this for any cat in the hood?"
Well, he's
nah,
any cat
why
now.
you ain't put it on her porch? Anna Marie's. Oh, sorry. All right. Why didn't he put that milk on her, on Jordan's porch, on Pippen's porch?
What is he? She put the milk out there. Like, if anything,
He ain't the cat. She the cat. He ain't supposed to take
the
that.
son is like, I didn't play with
The
you.
son should not take the milk.
You got to be kidding.
I get this.
Out of all the milk in the
It's
world,
two sides to that.
Hey,
Out
the
of all
son
the
could have
milk in the
tasted the
world.
milk, but he shouldn't have went public with the milk.
She went public with it. At the end of the day,
She's gonna go public.
the
She
son.
got that white around her lip.
that's her thing.
she's so thirsty.
That's her.
That's the son.
And I mean, and if he wouldn't have done it, then somebody else would have.
But let somebody else. She ain't. I mean, come on.
Obviously, he wasn't feeling it that day, brother.
She is not
He agreed
surprised.
for
I am not
She is
the
not
teammate.
surprised.
I am the son.
Ooh, we get deep.
I am not the teammate.
Hold on. She want to
What
go
is
public.
my
She
position?
does not go public like any moment. What we say when you walk in somewhere, you're always trying to figure out what you can get away with and what needs to be done. She walked into that relationship was like, what can I get away with? You're Jordan's son. Whatever I say and do will be trampolined into 10x. Like every other girl dates somebody and something happened, oh, they went to Denny's, so what? I go to Denny's with you, they blowing this out of proportion. So she reads him, and I met them before, but I don't know them like that, but they nice. Marcus is like, be real. Your daddy is
Michael.
Miguel.
Miguel.
You talking about a shadow, it's constantly dark.
Yeah.
Your daddy, Michael Jordan. How can I ever separate myself from being that shadow? I don't know. Let my woman do the dirty work for me. Let her be the one that pop off for me and let the resentment out that I got because everywhere I went, as great as I wasn't great enough. Like, that's what's gangster about this conversation. And I don't want to go that deep, but I'm saying,
Yeah, I don't think it was that deep. I think
taking
I
it
think you
deep.
had an older female
taking
who
it
knows
deep.
exactly what a young dude like, and she turned
Hey,
him
you know
out
what?
real
Hey,
quick.
hold on,
and this
Bucky.
is what we do.
Bucky, cats
And
like
turn them-
warm milk
come
too,
on,
right?
man.
They don't like that cold milk out there. She put that warm milk. She put
Yeah,
that
she
milk
turned
up
him out
for
right
him.
quick. That's all it was.
She knew what kind of milk to put.
but why is this making Jordan?
Hey, it might have been that hazelnut milk
Hold
too.
on, go back to
It
Jordan
might have
and
been that
Pippen, right?
hazelnut milk.
Why does
You guys are
hold
talking-
on, moment
you
of
guys are
silence.
talking about the
moment of silence.
symptom.
Nope,
This
nope,
is
nope.
just-
Moment of silence. Eugene is spoken. All right.
So
Let Eugene go.
this is the straw that broke the camel's back. You guys are talking about the symptom. Have you watched the Hall of Fame speech when Pippen was introduced by Jordan? I was watching again yesterday. Do you know what Pippen said? It caught my eye, caught my attention. He said, Jordan is the best teammate. Pause. You watch other speeches and best friend, my homie, my dog, stopped at best teammate. That's it. Teammate. That's 15 years ago, right? So this is just me speaking. I'm just thinking it's before. It's always been there, but as a casual fan who's always loved Jordan and Pippen, never thought about that, right? They're playing together, winning all the time. Why wouldn't you be friends? But as pros, even as a NARP, I'll say, I've had teammates I played with. We won championships. Intramural leagues, right? If we went
Those
to a
count,
club
those
or
count,
hung out,
those
I
count.
don't want to talk to them. I don't want to hang out with them. Right? There's that.
I wanna push
on
back.
The court, we're tight.
Let me
On
push
the court,
back
no.
because I don't like ice skating. I go way too deep too many times. Here we
Room full of
Here we
men.
go,
Pause.
Hello. Never heard that. Here we go. If I'm Scottie Pippen, am I the guy who got fatigued of Jordan this, Jordan? When Jordan passed to Paxson, when he passed to Kerr, it was still Jordan passing. Kind of like how Kyrie felt when LeBron got all the love for the block and I made the shot that got the points that got us the victory. So is there a Pippen alive that said 15 years ago, hey, bro, like you ain't gonna ever clear the air like you
Can't have everything, including my wife. That's what he's saying, yes.
But at the time he didn't know that. But the point is taken. Hey, bro, you ain't gonna ever clarify. You couldn't have done this without me because you've never done it without me. Like I would expect, and I'm gonna send it like this, and you got to answer it. When I first met Junior Seau after I went to the Chargers, and I got $5 from them, so it was a good deal. And everybody was like, "Damn, why do you got this?" And I was making more than Junior, and Lord knows, and we know, I wasn't better than Junior Seau ever in my life. But that's how the game goes, right? So I walked in on pins and needles, real talk. I'm like nervous. I'm like, damn, I'm about to meet Junior Seau. And they acting like I'm the I got billboards. I'm like, I'm not him. He is it. This is San Diego. And I walk in, and the first thing I see is this big smile. It said, buddy, don't spend it all in one place. Take us out. And that was it. Awesome. He cut the tension, right?
Awesome.
When did Jordan even cut the tension?
No,
with
hell no.
Pippen getting his props
Hell
and
no.
his due.
Jordan is not cut like that. Jordan is not cut. He don't got to do that. Jordan isn't.
Pippen wouldn't be mad at you.
Jordan is an a-hole. Do you guys know that? He's a great guy, but Jordan is an a-hole.
But look, when it came to Pippen, I think a lot of this stemmed from the documentary when they put it in how Pippen walked away, when he was supposed to come back in the game and didn't do all of that. Remember in that same documentary, Jordan was the one telling Pippen to hold out, go get your money. He was looking out for Pippen in his best interest, and Pippen didn't want to listen to Jordan. Right, and he went and took that contract, and then later on tried to, right, he tried to get more, but they was like, no, even the owner told him not to do it. And he went and did it anyway. So I think fast forward, like Bucky just said, he's mad, and he always held that resentment. But it's like Jordan tried to help you. You didn't want to listen.
Jordan helped him his whole career.
His whole career.
So for Pippen to run around and be saying all this stuff right now,
I mean,
is
at the end of the
absolutely
day,
blasphemy.
it wouldn't be no Pippen without Jordan. At the end of the day, like you got to look at it like that.
That's true.
Jordan would have still been Jordan.
He would have still
Exactly.
been
I don't care how anybody sliced that.
I think Jordan wins
still
those
gonna be-
championships without Scottie.
No, he would have still won him.
I don't think so.
He just got
He would have won 6. He would have won 6.
Oh, no.
He might have won 3.
Jordan is not winning none of them without Pippen.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that
y'all gotta understand when
Scottie Pippen
Jordan
was
left,
insane in the
the year that
mid-range.
Jordan left, how many games did it win?
They won 55 without Jordan.
No, they won more than that.
They didn't win it all.
Woulda,
but
coulda,
they
shoulda.
had
Like-
Jordan.
It's still the
But
best.
what I'm saying
ever
is that
in
you got to
history.
give him his just due. You got to give him his respect
y'all
for his contributions to the team and to the legacy of the Bulls and for Jordan's legacy. I mean, Scottie was a major contributor to that. And
He was a major contributor,
Batman
but you
and
don't
Robin.
go around now being sensitive and
But you
doing
might
all
win
the
a
stuff he's
you'll
doing
win
now.
a championship without some of the other role players on the team.
Yeah.
You know, but you won't win without Scottie because of the
But,
defense that he provided and because
yeah.
of the mismatches he
But I don't
provided
think
on
Jordan's
offense as
saying
well.
that. Jordan's not saying that. Pippen's trying to put that narrative out there that he is saying that. Jordan's not walking around saying
Jordan's not concerned about any of that. He's
That's
just
what I'm
trying to
saying.
think and trying to hang out with his
Jordan
business here.
Jordan doesn't
He doesn't care. Jordan
No, he
doesn't
don't
care.
care.
Than that,
He's like, matter of fact, I'm glad you're upset.
I learned this in the media.
Yeah,
Like,
Jordan,
if you
F you.
don't say anything,
You the boss.
you are going to win way more than you think by saying something. And that's weird. It's counterintuitive. You're like, I got to get in front of this. And you do in certain things. But collectively, if you just let everybody else kind of like exhaust themselves in their opinions, you're going to win with the fact that I ain't tripping. Like the party don't start till I walk in. This conversation don't even start till I say something. So Jordan is sunning Pippen every single day, even though Pippen may be right. Because he's like, dog, I ain't even tripping. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we play together. And that's why I think he loses it. Let's get to this conversation.
Jordan trying to get his play game right, man. He ain't worried about
we
that.
all do.
It's so smooth if you let him.
It was gonna be smooth, but I just
go
want
ahead,
to make sure the point right. We know for the last, since they was dating, whatever, Scottie saw this every day on social media. Jordan never seen this on social media. MJ was not looking at it.
But he had the homie like, hey, dog, check it out.
Yes, he had some.
Between tee shots, he was like,
No, his son was like, I smashed him, huh?
He mad at me talking.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
but
I don't think Marcus talked to Jordan like that. Do he?
And them two. Yeah, them two. Yeah, them two.
Once, but not,
Marcus and Mike.
He's the one that's always with him.
Yeah, Marcus and Mike are tight.
If MJ come back to me talking about like my teammates' ex, I'm gonna say there's 8 billion people.
Why
that means
choose-
4 point something women.
Yes.
You really
Has to go that one.
What happened with us?
Jordan
Like
ain't
I'm
gonna
really
do
like
that.
I hate to be too deep. I'm like there's something you're
Jordan
trying
ain't
to.
gonna
Well,
do that
that's the
though.
benefit of having 9-year-old sons, is that we ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we have like a 25-year-old son,
Then you might be in the
you
game
might
with.
have some worries
You
about
might be in the
something like
game.
that happening. But wait, our kids are 9, man. We good.
So we'll ask you this question
and-
25 years from now, right?
And
That's a violation, dog.
if your son is 9 and won't take your advice, you think at 25 he's going to take your advice? Like,
No,
hey,
no,
bro,
I know you already
hey,
did
bro,
it.
hey, bro,
I know
don't.
you already did
Hey,
it.
don't.
But why you do it though? Like we gotta have a real. It's beyond man to man. It's like,
You know
what
what?
did I fail you at? Where did I fail you?
No, they don't think like
They
that.
don't think like
no,
that?
I
he's
just
like,
go
hey,
public with it. That's the thing. I just go
Well, if you ever
public.
met her and him, and you understand immediately, she gonna get that out there by hook or crook.